about a selection of verses in Surah Al-Anfal. And Surah Al-Anfal, as you may be aware, this was a surah which was revealed at the time of Battle of Badr and after the Battle of Badr. So the events surrounding the first battle and then the subsequent events that happened after the battle, they are mentioned in Surah Al-Anfal. So the first verse that I'd like to talk about is verse number 32, and then subsequent verses after that. The Quraysh, they knew in their hearts that the Prophet ﷺ was a prophet. Before prophethood, he had never lied, and he was known amongst the people as Sadiq and Al-Amin. But despite that, there was this arrogance that the Quraysh had that they just could not get over. And they used to do things sometimes which, because of that arrogance, which if a person is looking from the outside, it would seem like they were very, very foolish in terms of putting challenges to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, putting challenges to the Prophet ﷺ. And one of those challenges is mentioned in this particular verse. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, and remember, وَإِذْ قَالُوا اللَّهُمَّ إِن كَانَ هَذَا هُوَ الْحَقَّ مِنْ عِنْدِكَ فَأَمْطِرْ عَلَيْنَا حِجَارَةً مِنَ السَّمَاءِ أَوْ ائْتِنَا بِعَذَابٍ أَلِيمٍ. And remember the time when they said, "Oh Allah, if this religion is true from you." Now, if a person wants to challenge Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with something, he would challenge something with something good, right? If this religion is true, then make me wealthy. If this religion is true, then give me a big house. If this religion is true, then give me a nice car. But their arrogance was such, and they wanted to challenge Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in such a way that instead of asking for something good, they said, give us something, send a punishment down to us. Okay? What did they say? That فَأَمْطِرْ عَلَيْنَا حِجَارَةً مِنَ السَّمَاءِ. Send down a rainfall of stones from the sky. Now this was very strange, considering that most of these people, like Abu Jahl and so on, it's mentioned in one riwayah that the person who made this dua was Abu Jahl, and the second person is in another riwayah was another Ibn Harith. These people had actually seen the punishment of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala coming down upon the army of Abraha. In fact, the birth of the Prophet ﷺ was known as Amul Fil. Wulida Amul Fil. If you look at the books of Tariq, of the books of Sirah, he was born in the year that this event took place. So they had actually seen firsthand the punishment of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, stones coming down from the sky, sent down by these birds, and the destruction of the elephants and the whole army of Abraha in such a dramatic fashion. But despite that, they are asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for exactly the same thing. So this really reeks of arrogance and shows how daring they were in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So they said, فَأَمْطِرْ عَلَيْنَا حِجَارَةً مِنَ السَّمَاءِ. Send down a rainfall of stones from the sky, or send us a very painful punishment. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala responded to that and said, وَمَا كَانَ اللَّهُ لِيُعَذِّبَهُمْ وَأَنْتَ فِيهِمْ وَمَا كَانَ اللَّهُ مُعَذِّبَهُمْ وَهُمْ يَسْتَغْفِرُونَ. There are two things that are preventing the punishment of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from coming down. Firstly, the presence of the Prophet ﷺ. Allah says that as long as you are amongst them, O Prophet of Allah, Allah is not going to punish them. The second thing, that as long as they're making istighfar, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not going to punish them. So the first thing, the fact that the Prophet ﷺ is amongst them, we need to learn from this that we need to keep the company of the righteous and good and pious people. Who knows, maybe it's because of their company and the fact that they are within the community or within a certain country that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala prevents that punishment from coming down to that locality or that area, despite the sin being so widespread. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can do that, as He says in the case of the Prophet ﷺ, that because of his presence, Allah is not going to send down the punishment. And the second thing, as long as they're making istighfar, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not going to punish them. Now, the strange thing was that despite the fact that these people used to be involved in so many forms of shirk, and disbelief, they still, as they used to be going around the Kaaba, they used to make istighfar and ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for forgiveness. And it was because of these wordings, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had mercy on them and He did not send down the punishment. That's how powerful istighfar is. And it's something that we need to make a habit of in our lives. Many people think that you only make istighfar when you commit a sin. The Prophet ﷺ